Hello, everybody, and welcome to New Brew number 43. Want to appreciate everybody being here. And yes, JV was first. So congratulations, JV. You won nothing.
He's here for you, Alex.
We do have pink going for our color tonight. October is known as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So in celebration of those beautiful titties out there, think about that. Think about cancer, and let's hopefully come up with some type of a cure at some point.
I believe they did years ago. We'll get that later.
Let's go ahead and get our panel members mentioned. We got East Coast LQ reviews, miscellaneous brew reviews.
What's going on?
Alex, the beer master.
What's up, everybody? Cheers.
Beer man.
Cheers.
Thomas Metal 75.
Hello.
You're bad.
And Dan, the other half of FLX Beer Reviews.
Hey, gang.
Myself, Bumpy Road. And JV, you are still first and the only. So cheers to anybody that may be watching. And let's hope you join up so you can start seeing these wonderful beers, these new brews that we all brought. We're going to start off with Tanner.
Legendary Tanner. Hell yeah.
So the beer that I have today is from 6 Point Brewery. It's their creamsicle. So Miscellaneous had this last week, something around there. It's a hazy double IPA with orange and vanilla, 8% alcohol by volume. They got a Best By date. It says Best By March 16th, 23. And it says a flurry of orange and citrus aromas shriek from the can in Screamsicle. Our 8% orange and vanilla hazy double IPA. Cascade, Citra, and Umbrella hops complement the citrus, while a dash of vanilla balances out for the perfect hazy to beat back the cool weather. It'll have you screaming for more. It does say at the bottom, ale with orange peel and natural flavors. So they do add orange peel.
I don't know about that description, but maybe.
Formulated and brewed by 6 Point Brewery, Brooklyn, New York, Parksburg, Pennsylvania, and Downingtown, Pennsylvania. So pretty cool looking can art. I have had what's the popular one? Resin. I had the resin, and then I had another one by these guys. So this is my third beer by the company.
Nice.
But yeah, let's crack this open. It says limited release as well. So
Yeah, they're Infinite Loop series.
Yeah, it's a limited release. They stopped releasing it last year. So however you get a can of that, I don't know.
Well, it says Best By Market.
Just kidding.
I got my Beerworks can glass. Pour this up.
I will say, give it a little swirl before
Swirl
at
at
the
the end.
bottom of the can.
Yeah. Doesn't look so hazy so far.
It's not really.
All right. Well, I'm like that head settle. So the color of the beer, it's definitely it's golden. I'm not even really getting. There's like a little slight haze to it, but for the most part, there's some clarity through the beer. A little bit of effervescent. Kind of this rocky off-white head at top. Tight knit bubbles. Poured about 2.5 fingers. And as far as a hazy, yeah, it's not so hazy so far. So do have a little bit left. So maybe there's some floaties at the bottom. But the aroma on this, so. I'm definitely getting the orange peel. A little bit of grapefruit and maybe some mango. I'm getting a slight hint of vanilla, but it's not like in your face orange creamsicle like I expected. But it's got a nice citrusy, slightly acidic / tart orange with a slightly creamy vanilla. It's definitely not like as robust as some other orange creamsicle IPAs I've had. There's some sweetness in the background, possibly like some honey, a little bit of breadiness. And I will say, I think the orange is definitely a little bit dominating if there's any other type of fruit or tropical aromas in this. But yeah, overall it doesn't smell bad. There's nothing really offensive, but it's not like orange creamsicle on the aroma. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys it smells like an orange creamsicle because it really doesn't.
Mm.
But it doesn't smell bad, so I'm going to dive into this. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Please be delicious.
Yeah, where's that vanilla? There's not much vanilla to this. I'm a little disappointed. It's just really citrusy and fruity. It's kind of lacking on any type of like hop resin, hoppy bitterness, or anything like that. It's actually pretty thin for an 8% as well. So it's about light to medium bodied. Okay, I got a little bit of vanilla on the aftertaste there. Guess you have to take a couple swigs, but overall, 8%. I'm not getting any boozy aftertaste. There's no booziness on the aroma. So in that department, it's pretty good. It just seems kind of lacking. And for something that you put screamsicle, like it's screaming orange and vanilla at you, the vanilla is definitely it's not showing up like I would like it to. Carbonation's kind of light as well. Felt like medium carbonation. It's got some good flavor. It just seems very lacking for what they were trying to put out. Like when you get a beer or double IPA that says orange, vanilla, screamsicle they call it. You expect to get this big, creamy, velvety vanilla, and I'm not getting that. The citrusy notes are good. There's a little bit of grapefruit as well, but like I said, there's really not much of. There's really no like bitterness or any type of like hop resin left on your tongue. Overall, it's a good tasting beer, but it's not what I was hoping for. But yeah, I'll sip on this a little bit more, possibly shake up the rest of the bottom. Maybe we'll pick up something at the bottom of this can and possibly have some other thoughts and a rating on this. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right.
Good.
Who's coming up next, Alex?
Magistrate Andrew, I believe, isn't it?
Cheers, guys. So I've got something
Cheers,
here
man.
from the Maine Beer Company at Freeport, Maine. This is their King Titus Porter. I snagged this at a local gastropub. What is the ABV on this? What's the bottle say? 7.5%. All right, so little information on this. This title, Titus was a wonderful, bold silverback led by his heart. The Deodin Fosse Gorilla Fund studies and projects these magnificent animals in Virunga Volcano Mountain Range in Rwanda. Yeah, they support that. So, yeah, I think a portion of the proceeds go to that gorilla fund there. But it says flavor profile aroma. That's weird. It says flavor profile aromas of toffee, dark chocolate, and tobacco. Yeah. Centennial Columbus and the malts are American Two Row, Caramel 40, Chocolate Munich 10, Midnight Wheat, Caramel 80, and Flaked Oats. Sorry, that's going to take up more time than anything, but if they got the information, I might as well tell you. Let's get into it.
Cheers. Or pours.
Immediately, the film Congo popped in my head when you're reading the description. I don't know why.
Not a bad looking porter. Pretty dark. I'm not getting any color through it. Got about a 2.5, maybe 3 finger cocoa colored head. It's very tight knit, fluffy, memory foam like head to it. Looks really, really good. Another thing to say, I haven't tried a lot from this company, but dark beer went for it. For not being a large, big 7.5, it's only 7.5. It's got a nice roasty, toffee, brown bread weediness to it almost. Chocolate's not too prevalent. It's almost like a baker's, almost got like a bitter chocolatiness to it, but it doesn't smell too hoppy either. Yeah, looks good. Let's drink it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, miss.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
I'd say medium full body, low carbonation. There's a nice smoky aspect to this beer. I guess maybe that's where they're leaning towards their tobacco thing. Smoky, robust. Chocolate's good. It's not semi-sweet. It's a dark chocolate, but I wouldn't say it's baker's bitter on the flavor profile. Toffee for sure. It's cooked sugar past caramel. Get a slight bit of like a oat flavor along with that wheat grain, which I don't think is overbearing on it. It actually kind of melds pretty well with the lower ABV. Alcohol not present at 7.5%. Very, very, very good product. Drinkable for sure. Like I said, there's all kinds of porters out there, typically adjunct all to hell. For this, it's not bad. It's a pretty good product. I've got no complaints, man. Cheers, guys. Yeah, look at that.
Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thank
Wesley.
Like I said, I've got some beers in distro down here from them, but they were old, and I'm not trying old IPAs. And I was like, dark beer, let's go for it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Mr. Lance.
Cheers.
Fuck Hoffman, bro.
All right. Well, this is going to be the craziest beer that you. I mean, obviously, I think legendary Johnny Boy had a beer similar to this, but it had nothing to do with this brewery. But somebody did. It might not have been Johnny Boy, but a long time ago. All right. This is fuck the virus, and I know my
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be one you would drink.
So this is Coconut New England style IPA from Bridge and Tunnel Brewing. I mean this, and then if you want to read the spiel, if you just pause that.
Oh, geez, yeah, we don't want to read that.
No, I didn't say for
Pause,
you.
everybody,
Just if you
pause.
want anybody in the view, in the
Is that
audience,
Egyptian?
check that out. All right, let's pour this up. But it's a cool looking can. It's based off of virus. Pretty cool looking can. Obviously it was
The Omega virus.
yeah. Well, yeah, you're real funny.
Do you think the person that came up with that description was like drinking a treehouse beer and they're like, I can outdo that? Never seen all the descriptions of the treehouse. It's out of control.
Watch out! Woo! You got all that beer's.
That was a freaking.
They gave you all the ounces in that can, basically.
That can.
That's what it looks like, my friends. At least it didn't spill on my computer. It exploded at me and not the computer because it's not. So that's what it looks like. 3-finger, a 2-finger head, nice frothy bubbles. Yeah, it looks like a New England IPA, a little hazy, like it's supposed to be, even though it doesn't say New England IPA. It doesn't say hazy New England IPA, it just says New England IPA style. So that looks very frothy head. We're going to see if it smells and stuff like that. It smells really good or not. I do smell that New England IPA, coconut IPA kind of like. Yeah, it does smell really, really good. I didn't open up any of these cans. I think the reason why this exploded is because I had it all, in my hand, and I wouldn't have done that. But let's also could have been full too. So let's see what this tastes like, and all that, and see if it tastes like coconut because it smells like coconut. Let's see what it tastes like coconut. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers.
Here we go.
Cheers, Alex.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Get that New England IPA taste, the New England IPA taste. Can't talk to that, and it tastes like an actual coconut, like it's supposed to do, because it's like coconut. Very juicy on the mouthfeel. There's no creaminess to it. That is just coconut, coconut. Like I said, you taste that orangey New England IPA. Then you have that coconut right up front along with it. And as I'm talking, you still taste that coconut. That is really, really tasty. I'm really enjoying this. I think I'm going to get this again. Although I always say that. That's just my spiel. But I don't know if I'm going to get it again. But if I ever do see it, probably would just to drink. That is very tasty. Yeah. It has, like I said, an orange. Again, broken record. I always do that. Gotta stop doing that. It's very delicious. Like I said, citrusy, juiciness, an orangey flavor, and kind of like a New England IPA flavor. And then you also have the coconut. So that gives it a nice little sweetness too. I think this is a good blend. No dryness on the mouthfeel at all. Very, very good. Most New England IPAs are very, like I said, very smooth and creamy, and then you got that. After you drink it, you get that little dryness in the background, even though it's juiciness. This, there's a lot of juiciness, a lot of flavor on the palate. Love it. This would be a good beer to drink on a nice summer day, or a cool night. But most likely a stout would be appropriate for tonight, and, or other nights, going forward, because it's gonna get colder and colder. But I'd still drink this. I don't know if take 50 years of reviewing a beer. I think this will be the end. I don't know what the ABV is here. The ABV is 6% by volume. 6% by volume. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you. What is it called again? Bridge and Tunnel Brewing for having the ABV. I appreciate that. I like that. So that as well. Very delicious. Is it going to get 100? No. But it might be in the 90s. So we'll see how it goes. Or maybe it will be. Probably not. But it's very great, flavorful, and I will get this again. Now I'm going to shut up.
Thanks for making JV not want to watch till the end.
That's okay. You never know. I gotta clean this table off and all that. So I'm going to shut up, let someone else talk, and enjoy the rest of this beer with you guys. Appreciate you. Yes, and thanks for letting me join Legendary BuMpy.
Cheers, man.
Thanks for being here.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. Glad you enjoyed it too.
Oh, yes. You got to try it. I don't know if you can get it. I don't know if you can get these beers. I don't know. I've never even heard of this brewery until now.
Yeah.
So.
The bridge collapsed
Yeah.
on top of the tunnel.
Appreciate you. Cheers.
Hey, all right. So I got one from Boulevard. This is their More S'more. It's 11.8% ABV. Please enjoy by August 5th of 23. So I can don't know if you guys have had this or not.
I'm on the
Picked it
hunt
up.
for that.
Nice. Yeah, so I don't really, it just says barrel aged imperial stout with natural flavors. So we'll see. Limited release 2022. Let's open it up. Oops, right there. Oh, border, almost a finger, half a finger. Nice cocoa head, like a reddish cocoa. Yeah, a little rocky, bubbly on the top. Pretty much, it's like a firm head though. Good lacing on there already, kind of forming up. Opaque beer, can't see through it. Dark chocolate Tootsie Roll. Lighter at the bottom there at the bead, at the bottom of the glass. All right, let's smell it. Whoa, dude. No, I get brown sugar, I get graham cracker, I get graham honey kind of. I get the coconut, some kind of coconut going on. Vanilla, graham crackers, graham crackers, big time. Marshmallowy vanilla. It's like on point with what they're talking about. It's kind of yeah, I don't know. It almost has like a roasted. It has that roasted kind of feature from the roasted malt and stuff like that. So it's kind of adding in this like burned marshmallow kind of taste or smell aroma, along with that graham crackery kind of thing. You're getting a little chocolate in there as well. So it's like it's really kind of creating this s'more in your nose. It's kind of nice. But yeah, let's drink it. Cheers.
Fuck
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
It's sweet. Definitely desserty. The barrel aging is coming out. I don't know what kind of barrels it's been sitting in. It doesn't really taste like bourbon or anything. It might be like I don't know. It's almost got like a cherry flavor. It's like a cherryish brandy or something. Maybe brandy barrels. I don't know. It's weird, but immediately, I mean, it's a soft, subtle, sticky, viscous mouthfeel. The body is full and rich, like more than full. It's like this. It's very viscous. It's very thick. It's nice. It's sweet. It also has somewhat of a sour kind of punch in the side, but it's for the most part, it tastes really close to what my aromas are. As far as aromatics, you're getting that little bit of a cherry kick or some kind of barrel aged, like fruity kind of vibe in it. But you also go past that and you get all that s'moresy kind of thing. You get that roasted marshmallowy kind of thing, that burned marshmallow. It's all how I like my s'mores with a little chocolate. It's not a milk chocolate. It's kind of like a semi-sweet chocolate. Roasted malts coming through, nice bready kind of roasted kind of feel and feature. The dryness, it's not very dry. It's more of a sticky, viscous sweet all the way through. And it does kind of dry and chalk off at the back, at the finish. I'm not really getting a whole big, huge alcohol bomb. It's actually pretty well hidden for 11.8. And I mean, fucking very, very hidden. Like it's drinkable enough. It's not so high in ABV, not so sweet that you can't handle it. It's like one of those viscous ones that's actually drinkable. I've had worse. Pour them. This one's not bad. That's dangerous. But the carbonation is very low. It's like medium low. And boy, that s'more flavors. It tastes like you're eating a s'mores. It's really nice. Very, very beautiful. It's on point to what this. It's one of my favorites now from them, I think, for sure. So cheers. Right on.
Cheers.
Sure, yeah, dude.
Me happy.
Boulevard, man. Coming through clutch.
Yeah. I suggest getting this one. If you can find it. Yeah.
Yeah, Tanny, you brought the s'more one, right?
Which one?
The Boulevard s'more.
Oh yeah, more s'more.
Yeah. Oh, you've
I
had
never
that?
had it yet.
Yeah, I actually I drank one of them. I have another one that I'm gonna let sit for a little bit, and I gave one to Keith. 92.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wake up time. I got wake up juice over here. It's I got a Belgian style dark strong ale, aged on Maine blueberries from the Foul Mouthed Brewery, and they are in South Portland, Maine. And this one is called Blue Balls.
Ooh,
Blue balls.
blueberries.
Damn, there you go. Again, it's a Belgian-style dark strong ale aged on Maine blueberries, and it's 12% ABV. We add just enough Maine blueberries to this Belgian-style strong ale to complement the natural caramel and dark fruit flavors, and to add a touch of sweet acidity for a frustratingly delicious brew. I couldn't make that up. Strong enough to warm your heart and your loins. Ooh. All right, damn, bitches. This is from the 3rd of, this is hard to read, 23rd of August, 2024, or 2022, sorry. And they say the balls are in your court. Wow.
Boy.
Boy, they're all into balls of a foul mouth. I mean, look, there's the label for foul mouth. Foul mouth.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm going to have this in a St. Bernardus chalice, because why not? All right. Let's see how we do. It's bubbling out the top.
Oh, yeah. Spit.
All right. Get this in here. See how much of this I can pour in here at one time. All right. Almost the whole beer can, not quite. I'll split it over here. All right. What do we get here on the blue balls? We have a super dark purple color with in this glass, a 1 finger of khaki, definitely khaki tan looking head. Again, very purplish colored. Let's see, there is some moderate carbonation coming out of the beer itself. Looks pretty good. Not as dark as some of the Belgian strongs that I've had, or the Belgian dark strong ales that I've had, but it looks on point. Let's take a nose and see what we get. See if the 12% shows up maybe in the nose.
Sniffers.
Yeah. Let's see. Blueberry. Yep. There's blueberries. There's caramel, definitely. Definitely a brown bready, a toasty brown breadiness in there. There's a pancake-like syrupy note in there. But the blueberry sweetness is what's overriding even that. It is fairly sweet for what it is. You would figure with this style it might be. I'm not really getting, sometimes in the Belgian dark strong ales or the quadruple ales, you can get mineral water notes. I'm not really getting that minerality to the beer. It just has blueberries, brown bread. Maybe there's a doughiness. Maybe my mind is going towards like the top of a muffin with the sugar top on it. And yeah, doughy. And yeah, I guess I'm kind of repeating myself there. Not a touch of a heft to it, but I'm not really getting the 12% at all. It kind of just tastes like a stronger scented Wachusett blueberry or something. So let's give it a try, shall we?
Shall we? Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Here's to blue balls.
Cheers.
Blueberry stout.
Blue balls and breast cancer.
Oh man, blue balls and what the hell? Okay, back to the beer, shall we? I didn't detect it in the nose, but definitely towards the end of the sip, I'm getting more of the minerality and that well water kind of a flavor to it, or I guess you would say like a copper penny or copper tinniness or something like that. But that's reminding me. I don't know what they're doing, but that's reminding me of what these kind of styles taste like from Belgium. Like what a quadruple tastes like in the back end. There's a little bit of there's definitely a chalkiness to that beer. It's a tiny gritty, not too bad. There's definitely a sweet blueberry. I'm definitely getting a doughy quality to it. Not as much of that pancake syrupy note like I was getting in the nose, even though it was very faint. It's even fainter in the flavor. I am getting some of the caramelized sugars and some just plain caramel by itself. Now I say, oh, there comes a little bit more of the the pancake syrup or the maple syrup kind of tries to show up for a brief moment, and then a little bit of the chalkiness, and then that watery minerality before it tries to dry a little bit. It definitely feels like it's warming, not initially in the on the mouth. I'm getting like a peach cobbler kind of a little faint peach cobbler kind of a flavor in the finish here. It's definitely mouth coating. It's definitely leaving the chalkiness, and I think it creeps up on you because you're not really initially getting a 12% drinkability. You're not getting the 12% in the drink itself in the sip, but you're definitely getting a little bit of the warming sensation. So this is interesting. I'll sit back and see what happens when this warms up a little bit. This may change around, and that may have to ultimately end up deciding what the score is going to be. So I'll sit and think, and we'll come back around. Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Eric. Thank you. That brings up
Legendary BuMpy.
the other half of FLX.
Legendary Dane.
Don't forget you're muted. Okay.
I got it. All right. Let me clean the old palate. Don't want the PBR influencing anything.
True that.
All right. So today, I have a beer. This is Pancakes by Campfire. This is a beer from Timber Ales coming out of North Haven, Connecticut. 12%. Yeah, whatever.
Nice.
So this is a snack-sized stout conditioned on maple syrup, coffee, and banana. So this comes in at a whopping 6% ABV and canned on date. Sort of there, sort of not. I don't know. I would imagine it's somewhat fresh. Anyways, so let's hop into it. I appreciate, by the way, the 12-ounce can when it comes to adjunct stouts, because I feel like a lot of the times, more than 12 ounces, sometimes it gets a bit cloying and everything. I don't know how this one's going to be, but I appreciate it. Especially with the bigger ABV. I mean, this one's only 6%.
Dan,
That's like the damned if you do, damned if you don't. When you're like, I want a little bit more of that.
yeah, that's why I like the big cans, Legendary Dan and Legendary.
I'll tell you what, pouring out of the can, like instead of black, it was pouring out very brown. Almost, as Matt would say, them doo-doo jams, doo-doo waters.
Yes.
So that head is a lot like Miscellaneous's head, and I love his description, so I'm going to straight rip it off.
Nice.
But all monetization goes to Miscellaneous. That's that memory foam, like straight up. Like there's some big bubbles in there. But yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's kind of sticking around.
That's Beer Man's line.
Okay, all right. Well, Beer Man by proxy, I use your description.
Memory foam, yes.
You can take it all you want.
You gotta give credit where credit's due.
Honestly, like the holes and everything, it sort of looks like a pancake batter.
It sure does. Looks delicious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it looks freaking delicious. Hardly any light coming through. Maybe towards the bottom of the glass, maybe it's a bit brown, but it looks all the part of a really good stout. So I think this ABV is the most interesting when it comes to stouts and like adjuncts. I mean, the godfather to me of this low ABV stout is Mass Landing's Gunner's Daughter. Like
Yeah.
the impact and what that beer gives for the ABV is pretty insane. And that's where I kind of hold that tier when it comes to this ABV. So let's dive in. I feel like I've taken a lot of time and haven't even smelled it. So
Yeah.
Cheers. I was shitting on Gunner's Daughter earlier.
I know. I was about to say that, BuMpy. I'm like, God
I'm not a
damn,
huge
what a
fan. I'm not a
coincidence.
giant
well, that's the reason, BuMpy, you are a weird individual.
No, he's right.
I like Gunner's Daughter. I've
Yeah,
had-
right. Gunner's Daughter's awesome.
I like Gunner's Daughter too.
I've
Team
had-
Dan.
Actually, I like the.
I'm on
Got some
Team Dan.
variants.
What in the world?
Holy shnikes, man. Okay, so this is like if you straight up open up a bottle of Aunt Jemima's syrup
Wow.
Pearl
and just
Moon
sat there and
Company.
just like,
Yeah, we don't
Puffed
call
it.
it that anymore, Dan.
huh?
We
The
don't call
Pearl
it.
Milling Company now.
Well, we
I
can
buy,
still-
I buy Mama Snoop's.
Whatever. Was it Mrs. Buttersworth? Is that better? How about that?
There you go.
They even took
I remember that thing in my grandmother's closet opening up, and I always wanted it because the bottle was shaped as the
Quaker Oat
Mrs.
guy,
Buttersworth.
he's fun.
But dude, this is maple syrup for days. I love maple syrup, so especially in stouts. Coffee, I don't know if there is. It's a slight roast, but the maple is really overbearing. Maybe a little fruitiness would be the banana, I would guess. I don't know. All right, before I get on Alex time, let's take a sip.
Bro.
Cheers.
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 Yes. Please be delicious.
Cheers.
Wow. All right. First things first. For 6%, I don't know. There's probably a gallon of lactose in here, but this is like a super soft and creamy stout.
Nice.
Body's
Creamy.
actually really full for 6%. It's almost syrupy.
Mm.
I would say you get more coffee than the maple on the forefront, which is really good because I was worried the coffee would get lost. But it's actually got some dominant coffee notes. Like it's got like that fruity kind of roasted, like Jamaican Me Crazy kind of coffee going on.
Jamaican.
So, but then it leads into that maple, and then on the end you start getting that banana ester kind of banana bread type thing, which is really awesome. And I've had this out, so I took it out about 5 minutes before we went on air, and obviously I've waited, so I think it's at the perfect temperature. 6%. I want to go buy like another 6-pack of this. I only bought a single to try it out, but I'm probably going to go back and buy I think it comes in a 6-pack, 4 or 6-pack, but yeah, this is really good. This is the kind of thing you enjoy on a nice, cold, chilly Halloween night, handing out candy to the kiddos.
The
You're
kitty
just sipping
little.
on this.
The kitty
I
litter.
think you should get a case of it. I think you should get a case of it, Dan.
Give
If
the
you
kids
like
kitty litter.
get a case of it.
Kitties. I didn't know what I wanted to call them at the time.
Let's
Figured it out.
Dan. I think
Getting
you should get a
little
case of it.
almond rocas.
You want a whole 24
Get a
pack of
case
that?
of it.
What?
It's good beer.
I'll take a case of this. This is
Yeah, all right.
all right. I could see where the banana may be a little off-putting to some with this. Yeah, it depends what you're looking for. Because some people like coffee, some people don't. Some people love maple. BuMpy, you would hate this beer because it's very coffee forward on the first sip, and that bitterness kind of comes through. Like after you've drank a cup of coffee and you've not really washed it down with anything, and you're just sitting there. Like that's the kind of coffee taste you're getting. So
Hell yeah.
The kind that if you don't brush your teeth.
So, do you think all right, so on this aspect, do you think it's bitter or do you think it's acidic? Coffee's acidic, which leaves you with a dry bitter.
I think it's more bitter because that maple and banana kind of cut through the acidity.
Stouts. Coffee's weird, man.
Yeah.
Can be.
Overall, I'll get to the rating later, but overall, it's solid. Especially, I can't believe this is 6%. If I was doing this as a mystery beer, I'd probably say the way the body is and the mouthfeel, I'd be like, oh, this is easily like a 7 or 8%
Or
of stuff.
13%. Who knows?
Yeah, I want to go that high, but 7 to 8. So, all right, I've been on here for like 20 minutes, so it's BuMpy.
Cheers.
I need a big guy.
It's
Hell
my
yeah,
20 minutes
yeah.
now. Well, thanks, Dan. So I also have a beer coming out of the North Haven, Connecticut 12% project.
Gee.
This one's from Marlowe,
Hell yeah.
artisanal ale, and this is called Maximus Baby Boy.
Nice.
It was canned at the end of August, anyways. But it doesn't really matter really how old this one is with how young it actually is, because it is a 12%er.
Yes.
It's an imperial stout with vanilla beans, toasted macadamia nuts, and toasted coconut.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And let's give it a pour.
So BuMpy, it looks like me and you are on the coconut train today.
Yeah, coconut train. Ooh, ooh.
Yes, I love our coconut.
Oh, coconuts over there.
Yeah, coconut.
All aboard the hoe train.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's funny.
It's a
I
good
wish
one.
I was pounding a 12%er. Well, I'll drink one for you.
That shit looks
Cheers,
like
Papa.
oil.
Wow.
Why the
Whoa,
fuck?
holy shit. That is
That's
dark
fucking
as
dark.
Multicolored.
So this is kind of the way most of the
nice.
yeah, this poured out kind of like motor oil like.
That's
I'm just
cool.
gonna call the beer black, and it's got
That's jet black.
Why's it gotta be black?
a dark chocolate head,
ASMR.
rich dark chocolate head. Yeah, the head may stick around for a little bit here. It's kind of getting the larger bubble formation going, so it's a bit sudsy, but yeah, I can hear it sizzling away.
I can hear
Oh.
that.
Yeah. All right.
There.
ASMR with beer pours. Oh yeah, very fudgy like.
Ooh, nice.
There's some fruit note in there. Okay, yeah. All right. So it was I was smelling the nut. I was getting
Oh.
that macadamia nut, but then the coconut snuck in there. So it's kind of like that. It slid right in.
Hope it's going to be on the taste.
I think that's where that fruitiness was coming from. I think it's coming from the macadamia nut because it kind of comes off nutty, but it does have the slight fruitiness up front too. I can't really pick out what fruit it is, so it may just be the nut, and then that toasted coconut slides in. Oh, yeah, fudge, dark fudge, and toasted coconut, and the head's gone. See, it fizzed away. Let's see how thick this is. It is leaving
Damn.
some alcohol legs in the glass, and yeah, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Please be delicious.
Figure out what the hell fruit that is.
12%. Yeah, figure fizzle.
Not lava.
Yeah. All right.
Please be
Glass
delicious.
stainer right there, man.
Wow, that head went down pretty quick, though.
Yeah, it did.
So it's not that it's like a fuller body, but it's thinned out. Like it's not like sticking to my palate. It does kind of glide down. It's not drinking like melted marshmallow. Like I don't know. I've had what were they? Prairie Artisanal.
The
I think
bomb.
Who Farted. Maybe there's some of their thick stouts. Those are like really like viscousy thick. This one's full body. It's got full flavors, but it's a bit thinner, so it is easier to drink it down, and it's got some nice flavors. Let's go back and forth. There's like this fruitiness right up front, but then it's that macadamia nut. Fairly rich, like dark milk chocolate. The special dark from Hershey's. That toasted coconut's kind of it's in their mid palate to kind of the finish.
Nice.
Little bit sticky on the lips, just a touch. Carbonation's medium. It's got a little spritz to it. There's something about there's just this fruit note I keep getting, and I always just refer back to the nut. It's like a fruit note right up front though, before that nuttiness. I just can't get it. I don't know. It's like a strawberry cherry type thing or something, but it's just so like it just fits right in with the rest of everything that's going on.
Acai, lychee.
Not lychee, no.
It's not floral.
Strawberry, maybe. Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, it's not coming off like a dark fruit to me. That's why I'm just kind of like but it's a fruitiness. It could just be the freaking nut. Yeah, pretty damn good beer. I'm drinking this down pretty quick for being 12%.
Oh,
And yeah,
nice.
I'll have a score when we come back around, and I'm not going to give spoilers out like Alex and tell you I'm not going to give it a perfect score,
Maybe it won't get a 97.
but maybe it won't.
You never know. You'll find out.
But maybe it won't get a drain pour, but maybe
Yes.
it will.
You never know with me.
And that's all to be decided as we come back after do a little free for all. I can find you free for all button.
Free for all.
So I'm gonna just tell you now. They need a barrel aged version of this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers to Poppy Eats. Who invited
Hello,
this guy?
Poppy.
anyways?
Hey, legendary Poppy Eats. I watch your channel all the time, my friend. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Oh, where's this one from? It's from the Marlowe artisanal ales, but they're brewed and canned at the North Haven, Connecticut location of 12%.
And I think that's, and I do believe that is actually on the map near New Haven. I do believe so.
Hey, Poppy Eats. I hope you try this beer.
Fuck the
I tell you, you
virus.
should try it. Very good. Very good beer.
You know what I get with this, Miss?
What's up, Poppy?
What you get, Tanner?
You guys ever buy like those orange slices? Like the
Are they the dried kind?
the gas station orange slices, like the sugary candies, like the gummy candy.
I don't know what they taste like.
They have those at like regular stores too. It doesn't have to be a gas station, Tanner.
Well, when I think of like peach ring gummies and all that.
Yeah, the candy aisle where they're all hanging on the bags.
Yeah, like the sharks and stuff. I think of those as gas station candies.
They're penny candy. They're basically like penny candy
with that beer, but for the price that I got a 4-pack of it, it was way better than the pineapple one. They came out with the pineapple one of that same series type, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, the vanilla in this.
I only bought one.
Yeah, it's literally
When
coming
I
off.
poured that beer the first
orange,
time, I just poured one up, and then I got to the end, and I just swirled my can, and I poured it, and it was more orange, like the driplets that came out. It was darker than what the head was on there.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I said that. But every can of beer is not the same. They are, but they're not. You know.
Yeah, it's totally
I've
lacking.
had 4-packs where 2 beers tasted wonky, and then 2 of them tasted like what they said they were supposed to taste like. You know.
Yeah, I've had a few orange like.
It's not great by any means, but it's all right. Drinkable for 8%.
They had one. It was called the Shook Ones, and it was an orange creamsicle IPA, and that was pretty good. I forgot who it was by. I did a review on it with me and my buddy Isaac. But yeah, this is super lacking in the vanilla. It comes across more of like a sugary candy orange, like those orange slices that I was talking about. It's not bad though. I mean, I almost bought 2 cans, and I'm actually glad I didn't because I'm not really impressed with it.
It's a novelty once a year.
I'll drink them. I'm not going to shoot those. I got one in the fridge I need to shoot.
There you go. Yeah, 6 point. I think they're definitely.
It does make for good YouTube short videos. It's like where the bad craft beer goes, and I could just do a whole volume.
Yeah, you really
go to that. Just go there.
They're definitely more. They're more West Coast style IPAs. I think they thrive in a lot more than if they're trying to dive into this like hazy game. Because that resin by them is really good.
Yeah, so Michael Komarov
See,
lives.
we're getting
Brooklyn,
that.
Brooklyn's
If
close
you
to that
call
brewery, you get all those hazy
the
ones
thing
there.
about that is, if you go to 6 Point,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
like that shit that we bought, it's not anywhere par with their like
Doesn't compare to
high
their
end
actual
shit.
products.
Yeah, they do more of that
Like,
style.
I
You're,
don't
you're
give a
talking
fuck
about
who, if
there.
like
You're talking about that from Michael
resin
Hummer,
is a
yeah.
good beer. The Bengali, it's a good beer.
I think I had that one too. Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Good
like
orange
they
is
do
hard to
make
find.
some really good stuff. I've sent Beer Man some weird stuff. That Party Favors, which was
Yeah.
Yeah.
12.3%
Oh,
or
really?
something. They
Yeah.
do a lot of that. Like their anti-resin.
Triple.
Their anti-resin
Ah.
is
They have
a
an
triple
unfiltered
IPA,
version
but
of
it's got
resin
no
called Buffett.
IBU, zero. But
All
I can taste it,
Whirlpool
but
and
is it
secondary.
bitter? It's weird. They throw a lot of bubble gum and different kind of shit at you.
Probably
Yep.
not even Whirlpool.
Sounds
all
like
secondary
it's
hops.
almost like they fucked up and they're just like, here, try this.
Yeah, that was the first place
Make a
that
video
Michael
of this,
Hummer brought it
guys.
up. That was a zero IBU beer. I never heard of that until 6 Point. And then I went 1 year, Tanner. I went to that Beervana festival when they had in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and I went to one of the brewers. I think it was, I forget what brewer. I forget the. I went to oh my God, Tilted Barn, and I asked them about that. Can you really have a zero IBU beer? And they said no, but it's less than 1%. It's less than 1 IBU, and you're basically putting it in like 2 seconds before you're ready to actually be done brewing the beer. So it's high, so it's almost undetectable when it's at zero. And they call it zero IBUs. It's like it's so late in the boil, it doesn't even hardly ever matter.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to that Beervana.
That'll be cool. Yeah, that's coming up.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. That's right around Ashley's birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
We're partying at her house. I already told her.
I wanted to go. I thought it was last month, but you said it was October.
You thought your girlfriend's birthday was last month?
No, I thought Beervana was.
Oh,
No, I think that's the end. Towards the end of this month. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's like the 29th or something. You said.
that sounds right. Yep.
Yeah, that's literally like the weekend of her birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to go.
What's Beervana?
Tanner.
It's
Tanner,
Rhode Island
you
beer
need to
festival.
know how to.
Beer festival.
Okay, check it, J. Andrew and J. Eric. Be interesting.
Dan.
I think she got plans for us for that weekend.
Tanner, let me put it out there.
There you go.
The Friday we all arrived at BeerTuber Palooza.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's my other half's birthday. Just kind of how to approach it.
Yeah.
that's Mike's birthday?
No, Nicole.
No, he's talking about his wife, the legendary Dan.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you get him, Beer Man?
You won't catch me there.
Nope.
I mean, to be fair, to get out of it, I had to take her and get her front row tickets to wrestling show so she could touch Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
But it worked out.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers, Shark.
Oh, he must be a land shark. He was gonna run.
Go check
There
it
you
out.
Real quick, I think this beer has evolved into it's still really good, but really what it reminds me of, in a weird way, is if you went to Dunkin' and got like a coffee and said, "Yo, give me a couple flavor shots of that in it."
Give me a Flavor Flav.
That's what it kind of reminds me of. Like, so it's very coffee forward with like a flavor shot of maple and maybe a flavor shot of banana. In it.
You know what I didn't mention in my beer?
With a clock necklace.
Coffee.
It's got coffee.
I like it.
That sounded disingenuous somehow.
Guys, this
My beer was really good.
How good was Alex?
I was surprised.
I'll give this a 4 out of 5.
Mine
like
changed
this
a
beer.
little bit.
I like this beer.
It's actually a coconut flavor. It's not lacking the coconut this time, is it? Good.
No. I mean,
sometimes
don't get me
beers
wrong.
lack coconut when they say coconut.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. As I'm drinking this, you get that coconut, but as I'm drinking it now, since I've been drinking it, I get that more orangey beer, New England IPA flavor more than a coconut. But I still get that coconut flavor in the mix too. So that, even though it might not be, front and center like when I first started drinking it, it still has that coconut mix and it has that sweetness. So that's what I want. So I want more coconut, but then again, sometimes your palate does get overpowering with certain flavors. So I really do like this beer. I would definitely get this again just to enjoy. Again, I say that, but I never do because I have other beers to buy. But if I had the time, and if I happen to find this, I will get it. If I happen to see this again, and I've already reviewed it, reviewed it on this channel anyway, I'll drink it, and maybe I'll review it on my channel. I don't know, we'll see.
That beer sticks out like a sore thumb at the liquor store for you.
You know what really
That's the virus.
really bothers me
It
about
sure does, because it has a nice picture of the.
Oh, I didn't even see that the first time.
you know what really
Nice.
bothers me about this beer,
Nice.
and I'm sure you guys have had this experience before.
The fact that it's not another half beer.
No, I mean that too, but no. But so if you guys go to a store, right, and you pick this up and it says Screamsicle, you're thinking it's going to be orange Creamsicle all
True
day.
that.
The can art is friggin' badass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that can art. It's sick.
Yeah, I like that.
They say Screamsicle, so it's going to be like screaming orange Creamsicle in your face.
True
On the
that.
side of it, it says a dash of vanilla balances out.
Hey, Dash.
I don't want a dash of vanilla. I want a screaming amount of
He
vanilla.
wants it all.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, legendary
That
Dan.
Yeah.
stuff kind of pisses me off because it's like now you're making me buy this gimmicky product where it's no offense to 6 Point, but it's like
I told you.
you put this on your label
Mm.
and then you got everybody thinking that this is orange creamsicle for days. And then on the description on the side of the can, you say it's got a dash of vanilla in it. It's like, did you guys even really? How much vanilla did you put in? Did you put in a whole vanilla bean for however much beer you made?
Or you just put a little freaking dot in it.
You cut
One
out,
vanilla bean and like 10 barrels.
yeah, like
That'd be great.
Vanilla amount.
that was good, dude.
French toast
Let's
best.
say-
I'm gonna see if they have
I knew
that
about
at
that
a beer
one,
shop tomorrow.
Hey,
So.
John.
If I find it, I'll do an examination with you.
Examination.
He already drank it.
Yeah, but he can get another one. He can
I
get
just
another
keep sniffing the bottle over and over.
I just
Holy
get,
shit, John, you're still alive?
I get very worked up about gimmicky beers.
one. Don't worry, Mr.
Spend
Dan.
money on a
All right.
product and you kind of get bamboozled.
Examinations.
I hate
Beer time.
that feeling of getting bamboozled.
Tanner, if you get worked up over gimmicky beers, never go to the 450 North Tap Room. Just putting that out there.
Pro tip.
Right.
Hey, wait a minute. I had no problems with 450 North Legendary Dan.
Alex, you are a different breed, my friend.
They're
You're a
expensive.
different breed too. You drink every beer too. You're not innocent. That's what I like about you.
French toast bastards.
I'm with John and Ellie, bro.
Fresh toast bastard.
Yes.
I don't
French
know
toast.
that beer. All right, now I do.
There,
Yeah,
there's
No,
any
I'll be
beer
looking
that's
at that,
gonna,
Dan.
if there's any beer that's gonna bring it
I'll
back
get
for me for them for this year, it would have to be that because I haven't
Oh,
been super
come
impressed
on.
with anything this year.
Huh.
Straight up.
Andrew, do you get it down where you live?
Founders?
This one. I mean, do you
No.
think it'll show up?
Of course, the legendary.
Maybe.
Dan.
Yeah, if I get it, he'll get it 2 to 3 weeks later.
Okay.
As soon as I get it, Dan, we'll
If
all
not,
do
maybe I
that.
can make that happen for you. I know I still owe you.
It's been a bad year for me with them. I'm just like
FOMO.
I think
CBS
if you
or all the
drank even 2
KBS,
cans,
man.
depending on who
It's
you
not
are,
the
you would
same.
become very foul mouthed. I think
I don't know how Eric's functioning down there with all
beer
those blue balls.
seems like when it's maybe beers do when they're colder to a certain extent, but I think this beer definitely creeps up on you initially with the 12% because it's very for it being a Belgian dark strong ale. If anybody's familiar with that style, or a Saint Bernardus App 12 or something like that. I think it's very it has that stereotypical flavor, and by that I mean when it's warmed up now, I detected it went on the sip at the back end, but now when it's warmed up, I do get all that minerality and the well water notes and the deep dark. I do get some cherries in the background now. This tastes more Belgian than it did when it was cooler, which would make sense. The style's probably better towards that 55 degree temperature. I'm getting more of the caramel, almost a mulled cider, but it's not quite going that super sweet. It is a little bit more herbal, a tiny bit at this point. There's way more of that caramel and the blueberry cobbler or crisp kind of flavor to it. And I mean that I don't know if it's the yeast or they're trying to mimic pH balances in the water that give it that minerality to it, but it definitely reminds me of drinking a St. Bernardus or having something along those lines from actually Belgium when you're drinking the liquid and you're getting that minerality to it. So they're doing a really good job with that. It's not the most blueberry in your face. I think Wachusett Blueberry is a more blueberry forward beer than this, to be completely honest. I think this one's pretty complex and there's stuff going on. But if you like blueberries, if you like sweeter beers, if you like Belgian kind of funky without it really being sour, there is some tartness to it. It is giving me a little bit of a mouth puckering, but nothing like a Fodor aged sour or like a kettle sour, but it's in that sort of level playing field.
Wasn't Fodor in the Lord of the Kings, Lord of the Rings? Fodor. Wasn't he in Lord of the Rings?
Isn't it an Brune or a?
No, it's just a Belgian dark strong ale, but it's got a
no.
little bit of remnants to it where it almost makes me pucker for a half a second, just a little bit. That could be the fruit, actually. That could be the blueberries playing a role in that aspect. Yeah, nice. Yeah, let that thing warm up. It's more traditional at the 50 degrees. Nice.
Well, shit, man. That sounds good. Kind of sounds interesting. The blue balls.
Yeah, do you have any blue balls left?
No, I'm not asking that.
Let's say, Eric, do you think it's possible we can get that beer around here? Because I never heard of a blueberry stout. At least I don't.
Maybe they have the Foul Mouth Brewing Company in your local.
Yeah, because I can find some weird beers when I go to Roger Wilco's. You never know what you're gonna find. I mean, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get with it.
Well, that's perfect for a New Brew Monday.
Still up, by the way.
This man is on here quoting Forrest Gump. I appreciate you.
Oh, I do. I always do. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Mom always say it. So
Alex, if you ever call me Lieutenant Dan, I'll kill you. Seriously.
What did you say, Dan?
I said if you ever call me Lieutenant Dan, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
You never know. I might call you that one day. We'll see.
This beer I have here is it's completely changed on me. I mean, I've got a big note list here of stuff. I'm not going to read it all, but you definitely get the it's whiskey barrel for sure. It kind of gives you that gaggy throat, that alcohol-y, gaggy whiskey throat. If you're not used to whiskey, that's what I get anyway when I drink whiskey. Brown sugar, syrup-like consistency to some degree, some slight cinnamon coming out, a bit of warm booziness. The more I drink this, the more I want to pass it on. It's super rich. Slight buttery diacetyl, cherry, Dr. Pepper, or Coke is what I'm kind of getting as well. Dan said banana. I kind of get that as well in mine. A little bit of a banana kind of thing going on. The bourbon, though, that really is coming through. It's a bit cloying, very sweet, semi-sweet chocolate, almost cakey-like. Rye malts are in this, oats as well. It's very oaty and rye-like, spicy kind of. It's just very rich. But it's also got that s'moresy kind of bite to it, and I like that. So I don't know. It's good. It's warming me up. It's making me warm and fuzzy, and I'm feeling great.
I need that.
Talk like ASMR. No, but my score for this, I'll definitely give it like a 93 out of 100. 93 out of 100 for sure.
I didn't rate mine.
Cheers. That's it.
Warm and fuzzy. I love it.
Hi, Cheryl.
The thing about that pipe dream beer too is I brought it just to be like a drinker for anybody. Basically, we sent Mike off to go get a beer so we could do our first review there, and he brings that back. I look over at him, what the fuck did you get that for?
When this stream ends, I have a story about that beer I'd like to share, but I can't do it live.
Legendary Dan, why would you not want to ever do talk about it live? Is it something not so appropriate? I give you a spray on if that's the case.
Yeah, and apparently Mike's never heard of Straight Outta Compton.
What? I'm looking for the jungle.
Well, for my score on this beer, anyways, I'm really liking it.
Really?
Yeah, dude, he had that can, and Mike had no idea what that can meant. What was it called? Straight Outta what?
That's
Straight Outta Quarantine.
That's a good beer.
Quarantine.
From-
That was straight out of Compton, like logo.
Oh, I had that beer.
Yeah, Mike had no idea what the straight out.
Yeah, we posted the review today.
I knew
saw
about
it.
straight out content. That's based on a true story, I believe.
Alex, you should go watch our review today. I just posted it. It's got me, your favorite person in the world, Mike. It's got
You're my favorite
BuMpy,
person. Oh, my
Tanner's
God.
in it, and that piece of shit Joe is in it.
Don't
From
call
the
your
Beer
friend
Patrol.
Joe.
Joe's my friend too. I don't call my friends piece of shit, but I love you. You're a trip, man. You're a trip.
It's all this shit talk.
That's the only way I know to call Joe. It's my way of showing love.
So that's his nickname. I give you putting down. I get
That is me, but that's...
Have we thrown out numbers? Have you guys
Yeah.
thrown out numbers?
I
Yeah,
haven't,
4 out of
but
5
we
on
can
my
try to do
stout.
that, yeah.
We can.
I'm gonna go 80 on mine. It's all right. It's drinkable, but a little pissed off how gimmicky it is.
Is what it
Just
is.
fair. It's not a bad beer. It doesn't taste like shit, but I wish it had more of that orange creamsicle.
What does shit taste like?
Natural flavor.
Yo!
Not good.
Bumpy.
All right.
Pasty, sometimes runny.
Oh, whoa!
I didn't score mine. I will say
I
that
gotta
for the main brewing company, their King Titus Porter, it's really good. Definitely when it warmed up, got a little bit more hoppy, grassy, some slight berry notes, but still. They said tobacco. I was getting that on the dry finish as it rested, but it had a good semi-dark chocolate. I don't know finish. Man, it's good.
Miscellaneous. I don't know if you said so. What's the bottled on date on that?
It's wiped.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. February 8th, 2022.
Oh, so that's a few. That's
It's a porter.
okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Like I said, if this was barrel aged, if they ramped this up and barrel aged it, they'd be going in the right direction.
Yeah,
And
sort of.
Sort of like a Panther Cup or something.
but as it stands, it really does drink well. Maybe if you could get a smaller format 6-pack of that to take to the house,
Do they
I would
offer
be
that?
all about it for sure. Instead of buying that it's really good. So that being said, I'm not going to give it. It's not world class. This definitely has room for improvement, like I said, to grow. But I could score it at like a 91. It's really good for what it is. And like I
Nice.
said, the
Happy.
questions were the other night. I try the dark beers from the people that make the IPAs and stuff, and this is good for them. I think BuMpy said he had one not too long ago, and he's like, man, I don't know, but this was what I could get from them.
The mean old Uncle Tom
That's
from
it.
them is fantastic. That's a vanilla bean stout.
Very nice, very nice.
Ooh, Neil Uncle Tom. I have to look that up.
Sounds good.
Maine Beer Company. I didn't see that at Roger Wilco's website.
I didn't give out my rating. I think it's a very delicious beer. Great. Like I said, as you drink it more and more, it gets more citrusy. You do have that coconut flavor, but it gets more New England-y, which it's supposed to do because it's a New England style. So I like that as well. So I'm going to give it, because even though you have that coconut right off the bat and stuff like that, but as you drink it more and more, that coconut flavor kind of subsides a little bit. Every now and then you'll have that coconut, like I said, as you're drinking it. But because even though it subsides, it's still, I love the New England IPA style. So I'm going to give this beer, even though I want more coconut, even though it stores a lot of coconut in it, and after a while it does subside a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, it all depends on the beer. Sometimes
Alex, is it creamy?
uh
I think you said no.
no.
Hmm.
Good mouthfeel though. I'll tell you this much.
Alex,
Great mouthfeel. Yes, Legendary Dan.
Joe wants to know if that would be considered a hazy Helles lager because you had
Oh, yeah,
promised you were going to. do
I
one
know.
of
I
those.
didn't forget. Well, remember, I didn't go to the beer store this week, so I will try to get I will try to get hot. What is it called again?
IPL.
No,
Helles lager?
Helles Lager. Yeah, I'll try to get that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I already have it, but obviously I already drank it, so that would not. It wouldn't make any sense because even though I have more, it's not a new brew. Once you open that up and you drink it, unless you don't drink it, it's no longer a new brew. So
If you get a Czech style Pilsner, that's close enough.
It is close enough.
yeah, I'll try to get a Helles Lager, and we'll see what it's all about. But I love these beers. But okay, now, Joe, I appreciate you. Keep up the good work. I'm happy that you're coming on these streams live and all that. Hoping to have you on my Alex and Friends, but we'll get to that when it's the other stuff. So I'm gonna give this beer. I'm gonna give it a 90. It's good beer. Good beer. I should give it 100. I should.
No.
But it's a very tasty beer. Trust me, Jeremy, if you're watching, you'll get your hundreds again. Don't worry. I gotta tell it how it is. I'm telling you how it is, even if it's 100. So if people don't like it, it is what it is. But I'm telling you how it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very good beer. Like I said, if you continue to drink it, you'll have that flavor. Whip the coconut sometimes in the mix, and then other times, because you drink it so much, even though it's delicious, it's not there. But as I'm talking though, you can feel that, you can taste that coconut a little bit. But again, because it's New England IPA, it does fluctuate a little bit. At least in my opinion. I'm just telling you how it is. It's a very good beer. I would get this again. Again, I say that, but I never do because I have to hunt down other beers for being a YouTube channel and also being what you guys doing other beers reviews. And I enjoy the crap out of it. I love my life for this. I love doing this stuff. Now it's time for me to shut up, and I will do the shout outs next time around. Cheers.
All right.
I don't think I rated this beer.
Go ahead and rate it.
Just a side note while I was listening to everybody. I'd never been on that Roger Wilco's website there, Alex. They got a lot of good sounding.
Did he give it 100?
What?
You can find a lot of good beers there, so keep looking over there. They have a search window. You can type in a beer name.
Alex?
Yes, I gave it a
90.
a 90. I gave it a 90.
I'm going to give.
Yes, Legendary Eric is correct on what he just said. Matter of fact, if you go to Roger Wilco's, you can get night shift. I know the Legendary BuMpY
you can.
is not crazy about that, but that's okay. But if I find that peanut butter beer, I want to get that again. It kind of looks like that. I can't show you the can because I threw that out. But had a can. It looks like a Halloween can, but it was from E.T. And E.T.
I've had that. It has like the
ET phone home.
That's a good one.
Yes,
that's all right.
That's a good beer. Did you like that Legendary BuMpY or no?
No, I never picked it up.
I liked it. I've had it before. I like that.
If I find it, I want you to get it so we can do an examination.
I'll get that. We can do one.
So
What do y'all say? The Blue Balls beer.
Ooh,
The Blue. Wow, it's crazy. I think the more I get to the bottom of the can, the more yeasty it's actually tasting, and the more it's playing in with the caramel and the blueberry and the cobbler kind of a feel. And it's got this tartness and this dryness to it. Again, the minerality of the water taste to it with the yeast and a little bit of a tartness, it being a Belgian style. It's working really well. It's definitely a 100% better beer as it warms. It's easier going. It's easier going when it's cold, but as anything is when it's cold, you're getting less. You're restricting less of the flavors that way. Now, depending on if you like that flavor profile when it's cooler or not is totally up to the individual on that one. But this one's really interesting. I don't know if it's my favorite beer on the planet or on the planet Earth, but for a Belgian dark strong ale, that's, to me, it's a little out of left field with the blueberry. I like that. I would give that a 90, 92 seems to be what I'm thinking. So I'll go with 92. It's very deceiving on 12% when it's cooler. And when it warms, you're getting a little more of it, but you never get a burn, or you never really get a lot of alcohol in the palate. You definitely feel more of it warming. So this would be a perfect beer when it's cooler on Halloween and towards American Thanksgiving. So yeah, 92. I would probably buy that again and share that with people who have never had something like that. Very interesting. 92. Good going, Maine. A good beer from Maine. Really good. They could barrel age that one. That would be a very interesting product.
So, hey, Poppy Eats, it's really nice that you're on here, my friend. Keep up the good work, like I said earlier.
Ditto.
All right. Cheers.
Did we have a question saved from last week?
I do. I still got to score my beer. Beer man, did you give yours a score? Or you just...
Yeah, I got a 93 on mine.
All right, it was very bumpy then.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and give mine a 46. I was between a 45.5, 46. So I just rounded up to 46. Call it excellent. I think it's one that you guys would really like to try. If you haven't, if you don't remember what it was from Marlowe Brewing Company or Arsenal Ales, Maximus Baby Boy, Imperial Stout, coconut, vanilla, and macadamia nuts. Yeah. One can, I think, is good. Also, because a 4-pack of this is in the $30 range.
$30? Holy
yeah, it's up there.
Damn.
Oh.
So.
Well, at least it's not $36.
Well, it might be. Right?
That's awesome.
Just saying.
Alex.
No, but it's still expensive. But it's just
very
crazy how these beers get up there.
It is crazy.
I was calling it half-hearted for Joe.
Oh,
Beer patrols.
appreciate you, Andrew. Your trip.
Your trip. Don't trip.
Anyways, yeah, we do have everybody went.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. Legendary.
Where's
bump.
Johnny Boy? He's out. He's waiting in line for the McRib.
Oh yeah. McRib. John. Oh wait a minute, John Boy. I can't remember.
So, anyways, no, it's a crown shame. I tell you, crown shame. Sam Smalley, he couldn't make it tonight. Rumor has it he was fighting a roux for his computer back. He had just bought a new computer to join up with us, and Kangaroo stole it from him.
And he got beat up by a marsupial.
A dingo ate his birthday. What?
Are you
So,
joking?
in honor of
He's joking.
Sam Smalley, the memory of Sam Smalley, we have his question from last week. Is there a particular hop that you don't enjoy
Oh shit.
and possibly avoid purchasing a beer because of it?
Ugh.
Sam Smalley.
Damn it, Smalley. You're killing me, Smalley.
I'll go.
I like Sam Smalley.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, we'll start with you, Dan. We'll go around.
He's already.
I knew it'd be easy for you because you.
Oh, Mosaic?
We all know you hate it.
My all-time favorite hated hop. The hate just runs so deep. I love to hate it at this point. It's just such a piece of shit hop, and it should be burned and like become extinct in the hop world because it just tastes so freaking awful when brewed on its own. Even sometimes in beers where it's like with other hops, I still detect it and I detest it. It's just so funky and just nasty. Enigma hops.
Enigma.
I don't want to get your channel and whatever, blur it out, but right there to Enigma hops. Seriously, I can't stand it. I've had Enigma hops from and brewed by Other Half. I've had Enigma hops brewed by EQ. I've had Enigma hops brewed by freaking other breweries. And every time I have it, Hop Butcher, I had a triple IPA from them with Enigma hops. It was god awful. It's just the most. It's like that. It's like a stink fruit or whatever. It's like some nasty ass like musk melon stink fruit red berry thing, and it's just so disgusting. It's like walking through a forest, picking a berry and eating it with like some nasty ass moss mushroom, and that's what you get. I can't stand Enigma hops. I don't like them, and I want to get a tattoo. It's just with an Enigma hop with like the red circle with an outline through it saying "fuck Enigma." It's right on par with my hatred for pumpkin beers. Just putting that out there. I know I'm coming off
Like
very bold.
durian?
That's how I feel about Enigma.
You people are crazy.
Meanwhile, this beer is delicious.
Cheers.
Citra Mosaic.
Enigma free. Tanner, are you there, Tanner?
Yeah, was it me?
Yeah. it's
Oh
you.
yeah. Hop you just put.
I haven't experienced it, but I've watched some reviews and I heard that Fuggle hops have like a metallic note. I guess you use more like stouts and porters. So that's probably the only answer that I have. I'm not too familiar with like hops that I've had multiple beers and I didn't enjoy, but from what I've heard online and watching reviews, supposedly like Fuggle hops and a stout or porter gives like off a metallic note, and I'm not a fan of metallic notes. So I guess that's my answer. Even though I'm not really too familiar with that, but I've watched videos. I've heard people say that about Fuggle hops, so that's probably one.
Fuggle hops. If you're ever shooting for a cheese beer, collect some old Fuggles because they do give off a cheese note.
Oh no.
That doesn't sound too good.
I've had an IPA that tasted like straight cheese. All Fuggle hops.
Oh.
Oh, yep, Fuggle hops. There you go.
Yep, it's you miscellaneous.
You hate hops?
So, what is it now? The hop you want to see?
You hate the least.
Whatever
No.
hop that you don't like, and maybe it would cause you to not purchase a beer because that hop was in it.
I don't really know. That really doesn't deter me.
Mm,
You know, because I don't know. If there was one hop I think that is overused, then people should just use other shit. It's Citra. There's so much more out there. Just stop using it. Just better hops, brighter flavors. I think people piggyback on it too much.
That's fair.
Alex,
well,
Come on, Alex.
I'm really not that good on the hop thing, but because, like I said, there is a hop that obviously has coconut flavor to it, but guess what? You're asking hops what I would hate. Well, I'm not gonna hate that because that is freaking phenomenal. So I don't. Again, I need to learn more, but I don't stress myself out about the hops. I just enjoy the flavors. I should do more because I am the beer master in some ways or another. But like I said in the past, I may be the beer master, but I don't know everything. I've said that in the past videos, like a couple years ago. But yeah,
Alex doesn't hate hops. He just hates helices.
Can I add one more input? I would say
Yeah.
I would say anything that has like, I don't know, not everything, but cryo hops. A lot of the stuff that I have that has cryo hops tends to be very dull and
like boring legendary Tanner.
well, it kind of takes away from like the actual aspect of the hop
Oh shit.
when they cryo hop stuff.
Like that.
Because I've
They're
had
not doing it right.
kind of kills it.
Yeah, because what they're doing is it's like a dry extract and stuff like that when they
It's
get
like
the
powder.
cryo, and it's like you're getting the lupulin off of the actual plant matter.
Concentrated, yeah.
So it's actually more concentrated.
But the ones that I've had, it kind of kills the flavor that you would normally get with that hop.
You're a fresh hop lover.
No.
But that doesn't say that I've had beers with cryo hops that I've enjoyed. It's just lacking in flavor. So I've had reviewed beers and I was like, oh, this is very subdued. And then I'm like, oh, there you go. It's got a cryo hop. It's cryo
That's
hop.
an interesting thought.
Well, cryo hops is not a certain hop; it's just a certain
It's the
grade of
process, right?
We are producing it. Yeah. Yep. We're
They
processing
like
it.
to listen to the hopping. Yeah. What'd you say, Beer Man?
I would have to, I've had bad situations with Nelson Sauvin. I
Ooh, wow.
I don't mind the hop if it's used correctly. Like during a brew sesh, I guess if they were to like put it through right and it was in its right, place, I think it works well. But it does kind of tend to give that grapey kind of white grape, that white grape kind of dry kind of thing. And I'm just not with the wrong kind of beer. It's really bad. So I can kind of I don't really have a bad hop that I've tried. I don't really have a bad or good. It's just kind of, the only other one is like Simcoe if used wrong too. You get sometimes might get a little catty or like a little kind of thing. But that's also based on how where they put it in the brew, in the sections of their brewing session. So it's just a matter of how it's made, how that beer's made with those hops, but that's just my opinion. So cheers. I don't mind Nelson now. I like Nelson Sauvin.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going off of the heels of cryo hops and not being really a hop per se. Because I cannot think of hops where I say, oh gee, that hop. Oh, screw that hop. I guess. But it feels like, and it's probably mostly done for volume and consumption, the amount you can brew and use. When your beer ingredients list your hops as hop extract, I'm like what in the world? I don't know. If you're a big major brewer, maybe you have to do this. However, even Anheuser-Busch, because I went on the tour in Merrimack, New Hampshire, even Anheuser-Busch, they take you in this little section and there's a little garden and they're growing the hops. They'll say, hey, yeah, we use imported and domestic hops. And then half the time it still says hop extract. It's like, what are you really doing? And why are you really trying to fool me on this one here? It looks really nice on the side of your brewery, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know of many craft breweries that are using hop extract. But other than hop extract, that would annoy me. I can't really think of anything that I've had necessarily that I'm annoyed with, although I can see where Tanner's coming from with Citra, because there are so many other probably interesting hops that will create interesting citrusy, fruit, juicy aspects than just plain old Citra, but that's just one out of many hops that are doing a very similar thing. So I think there's so many hops out there for me to have one that I truly hate at this point in time. But just don't drink old IPAs. Don't do that. Then you'll hate the beer regardless of what hop was in it.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna blame Founders
Oh shit.
for this one.
Oh, Centennial?
No, Azaka. The Azaka hops. They came out with that all Azaka, and I could not wait to finish that 15 pack. I was just like so bummed out from the first beer to the last. I was just like, never again. I have had Azakas not as a straight, like they're kind of mixed in, and those beers. I can't really remember them, which ones had that, but I was able to drink them. I don't think it made a huge impact, but yeah, I definitely steer clear of the Azaka beer from Founders. I just didn't like it. And it's funny because if I read Azaka, it's like all these notes that I really like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to come out of the hop, depending on how it's used.
Use it right.
Right.
But yeah, apricot, ripe mango, orchid fruit, and pine. Those are all things that are pretty good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, you could. That does sound. That's easy to round out.
That was some Simcoe and Centennial.
You got the pine forest?
Yeah, citrus basically a backbone for every coffee beer now.
You're on to something there, Tanner.
Citra.
That was another half beer, I believe.
I like Citra. Actually, that's what's in this beer of mine. It's good.
I don't mind Citra.
I don't mind it either.
Alex gave me a Citra.
I just don't. Everybody piggybacks on it so hard. So much out there to use.
Yep.
That gives you the same flavor profile and more.
Well, I think we're at the portion. If anybody
In
wants to
large
go around,
quantities, I guess, cost effective. That's cutting corners. Shortcuts taste like shit. We all know that.
Well, you said promos, legendary BuMpY.
yeah, go do promos. If you do shout outs, probably just try to keep it to 1 to 2 channels.
You know me.
Don't
It's
shout
just
out
new
19
me,
channels.
legendary BuMpY. As you know, well, it's the old me mixed with the new me. Appreciate you. Well, Food Friday, we're going to be doing the Burger King Ghost Pepper Whopper. Now, if you guys don't have a Burger King, you make your own Burger King Whopper, Burger King Ghost Pepper Whopper. It's going to be a little spicy, so I'm pretty sure legendary BuMpY and all that, he's already, his wheels are already turning in his head, as always has been the case ever since I've known him. Since I've known you, BuMpY.
Got a lot of mice up there.
The wheels in the sky keep on turning.
Got a lot of ideas in your head there. So let's see what happens with that. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to that. So whoever wants to have some ghost pepper Whopper action from Burger King, or just make your own if you don't have a Burger King, please join. It's going to be delicious.
I think I have a beer that would go with that.
Perfect. So you're good. You always have something planned ahead there, Mr. BuMpY. That's what I like about you.
Mr. BuMpY.
Yeah, you gotta have fun. So that's the best part, BuMpY. You keep up the good work, my friend. Now, we also have Alex and Friends. We're gonna be having that between 10 o'clock, 10:30. So drink a beer or don't drink a beer. It's Alex and Friends. Enjoy yourselves. That's why I do it, so you can relax and not even worry about reviewing beer. So even though I end up reviewing a beer for a few minutes, but I'm not really reviewing it because I literally say I'm not reviewing this beer. I'm just drinking it, and that's it. So check that out. Looking forward to those two shows. Don't forget, you got legendary Rick Jopolis. I would shout out the legendary FLX beer reviews, but the legendary Dan will take care of that.
That's it, Alex. You only allowed one shout out. BuMpY said it.
Oh yeah, that's right. One.
I don't play games.
Oh, you're playing BuMpY's game.
I love them, but no. All seriousness though, that will be FLX
We are being
on that one. But no, just check out Rick Jopolis and all of our channels and all that stuff. So I'll do other shout outs some other time. Appreciate you, and that's it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's Alex.
Who's name?
Someone go.
Thomas, go.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out the ASMR Beer Man channel. No, I'm not. But go watch that guy. I will be available. No, don't watch that guy. I'll be available for Wildcard Wednesday. We're practicing on Thursday for Oxford Ford. So Wednesday is available on my channel.
Okay.
That's the
I hear
Wildcard Wednesday. Anybody can come pretty much with whatever adult beverage you want. Bring a wine, beer, or spirit. Let's have some fun. Just don't be a douche. That is the skinny of that. You got a good bourbon, you got a good wine, you got a good mixed cocktail, you got a good enchilada in a can. Bring the thing. I don't care. One shout out. I'm gonna shout out somebody different. Shout out. Oh boy, a shout out. Wow. Go watch a channel if you like whiskey or spirits. Go watch the Scotch Test Dummies. That's a good channel. Yeah, right there. How about that, Tanner?
Yeah, they're awesome, Scott and Bart.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually Scott. Oh, Bart is actually I think he was a police officer.
Yeah, I think they both were.
They work in
I think they both were partners during that.
They work in the police department, but
in Wichita, Kansas, I believe.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're really cool. They're
you want
older
to learn
guys.
about any style, especially Scotch, but if you want to know about any style.
Yeah, and they're also very entertaining. That's a great channel. I haven't watched them in a while. I'm glad you shouted them out.
Yeah, the guy Scott, he moved over to he actually retired from the police department. Now what he works for is the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. They do their own independent bottlings.
Oh,
and
really? He works for them now?
Yes,
Nice.
he does. Yep, he's
Oh,
one of
that's
their
awesome.
ambassadors, and you'll learn about their different offerings that they've done
Yeah,
with
that's
in
awesome.
collaboration with other distilleries in Scotland. So go check them out. Yeah, Scotch Test Dummies.
Sure, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
If nobody else wants to go, so I'm just gonna stick to for a little bit now till things start to calm down a little bit more. I'm gonna be doing just my Wednesday show, so my Saturday show I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. But Josh has started to do a Saturday show, so hopefully he does it again. But this Wednesday we're gonna do a little. I guess I'm gonna call it like beer talk. So bring bring a beer that you want to talk about. Bring a beer from a brewery that you really enjoy. Just kind of talk about beer. Possibly getting to I've been really wanting to start brewing and stuff. So if you want knowledge or just
Tanner's Brewing Channel.
some brewing talk, beer talk. We talk about brewing and beers that we've had from some breweries that we've been impressed with throughout the year. We're starting to get towards the end of the year, so possibly we'll bring up what would have been your top beers, what have been your top breweries this year.
Can we talk about how much beers destroyed my waistline?
Yeah,
Of course.
that too.
It gave me cottage cheese in my butt cheeks.
Give it up there, beer man. You're the man.
Be a little bit different from my other shows. Like I said, it's just going to be like all beer talk. Talk about maybe your favorite brewery, your favorite brews of the year. What you have, possibly what you have what you're looking forward to do with your channel within the next year and stuff. So just whatever you can throw into the mix. Yeah, it's pretty much just laid back, hop on the panel with a beer. And there's multiple topics. Like I said, you could talk about brewing, what your favorite breweries or beers have been this year, and just kind of a little bit of like a recap of 2022, what you got looking forward to with possibly your YouTube channel,
Yes.
and whatever you want to talk about. So we'll try to stay on the topic of beer, but it'll be a little bit more laid back where we're not doing specific things and everybody has to bring something to the panel. It'll just kind of be laid back and just have a good time and talk about whatever. So that'll be Wednesday, 9 p.m. So, cool. And shout outs for me. Check out Joe for the Beer Patrol. He actually just did a review on one of the Fiden's beers.
Nice.
And he got some of the same. It was actually pretty cool. I recorded the video, The Dream and Duty, and then literally half an hour later, he recorded his video. And we got some similar flavor notes. So I said to him, I was like, apparently I'm not terrible at reviewing if I'm getting same flavor notes as the legendary Joe over there. So
there you go. You got the same. There you go.
Joe. And also go check out Just Brewing. JUS. Yeah. Go check that guy out. He's a younger dude, very knowledgeable with brewing beer. And yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for having me, BuMpY. Cheers, Cheers,
Sorry for causing laughter there. That was my
Sorry.
Listen, I want consequences and repercussions for that action, BuMpY. You said one.
Roger
You did
Will
two.
says they have a product called Good Fucking Bourbon, apparently. There you go.
So what's going on? We got one shout out, huh?
Yep.
No, it's BuMpy's just ball busting.
No, I got
No, I said 1 to 2 because it was getting out of hand. People were shouting out 6 different channels, and it's like
I was mainly
20 minutes
doing
of
that,
shouting out.
BuMpy, and I'm gonna
You know,
stop.
like,
I'm not
you
gonna
know.
stop doing that. It's me. Personality, chief. That's the
Jesus.
BuMpy Road personality. Love it.
I've done it myself. I've shut out the entire panel.
Yeah, you're not innocent either. There you go. Now you admit that. There you go. That's what I like. I love you, BuMpy.
Cheers.
I'm going to tell you to go check out this guy, John Anelli, I saw on his community page today. Go check out the old Growler. Posted his link in the chat there. John said he stumbled upon somebody new. He's got a bunch of beer reviews. Go check him out.
Wait a minute, he's on the legendary Johnny Boy's community tab. The new YouTube channel.
If you're in the YouTube chat, you can just click that link there, Alex.
Thank you, Chief.
There you go.
Yep. Cheers, boys.
Sweet, got him. Cheers.
Laney.
Cheers,
Sweet
Miss
and simple.
Lane.
Well, Dan, do you want to go or me or who? Who? What? What is it?
Sure, I'll go.
Huh?
Hold on, I'm trying to find. Whatever. So, anyways, we released a video today. Go check it out. We reviewed Straight Out of Quarantine from Alex's favorite brewery, Pipe Dream Brewing. That was at Brew Palooza. It features BuMpY and Joe for a couple of shots, and Tanner's eating brisket in the background. So it's good. And a tree spits some dope rhymes as well. So you should check it out.
Oh,
I'm gonna do 2. Screw it. I was gonna do 1, but Tanner said 2, so I feel like I get 2. So I'm gonna shout out Poppy Eats. Go check out Poppy's channel. If you are into the food tube game, check out Poppy. He got a beer mail from us.
This is what it would sound like if you said that sentence right there. I love Cascade. Right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
I love Cascade. So yeah, go check out Poppy. Poppy is great, man. He's the dude on YouTube that's doing food reviews with like
this beer
no
mail that
filter.
you sent him.
Yeah, like no filter. Like
Cool.
he's just like he tells you how it is.
That's
You know
what I
what I
was going to say.
He's
does
not the
tell
one
you
up
how it
there
is.
trying to make a freaking Whopper from Burger King like description as a filet mignon. You know, it's a fast food burger. Let's be honest. Yeah, Poppy's awesome. Second one I'd like to shout out is Hopped Up Beer Reviews.
Ooh.
So go check out Hopped Up Beer Review. And what it is, it's a group of gentlemen, I believe 3 gentlemen, maybe 4. And they get together, they do some StreamYards together, and they review beers down from like Alabama and Mississippi area. I recently joined they got like a little Discord going and everything, so I joined that for Discord or whatever. But it's really cool. It's like a longer format kind of deal. So like they get together, they talk about the beer, they talk about other things, and I respect that. I like that because it brings me back to like when I did stuff with the 4-pack of me, Ridge, and Tyler, and you know, it was cool. So go check out Hopped Up Beer Review and check out Poppy. He loves chicken sandwiches. Loves
Poppy
them.
gets
just
two shots.
absolutely loves
Legendary
the chicken.
Dan, is this it?
That is Hopped Up Beer Review. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. I'll take care of that. Bam.
So,
Cool. All right. Well, Beer and Cheese Tuesday is open tomorrow, 8:00 Eastern. Bring what you want. I got a weird cheese, actually. I think I have a good beer with it. But
a beer
yeah,
cheese.
8:00. I got a weird cheese. I got a weird one.
Oh,
I've
weird.
never
I thought
had
you
it.
said you have a beer cheese.
Sorry. I have a weird cheese.
Would you like to elaborate on that? Just a bit?
I don't want to tell you. But tomorrow is or Wednesday will be the Shining theme. So bring
just
something
bring
based
some
on the
pumpkin
twins or red rum or however you see it.
Just
It could even be the guy in the bar where he's having liquor, and you know he can have something that's like kind of induced or barrel aged or whatever. But yeah, so that at 3:00, 6:00 Eastern, 3 for me. And recently did a live. I brewed a double New England, so hopefully it turns out as a New England. Right now it's a 7.2% from what I checked this morning, so it's still going. So we're just gonna wait. It looks great. It kind of tasted kind of grainy. I'm a little worried about that, but that might be the yeast or something like that. But anyway,
BuMpY normally when I'm not BuMpY, beer man, legendary beer man. Normally when it's greeny, it means it's fresh, right? Meaning it's
it's kind of like wheat grain or cereal. But I didn't put wheat in it, so
beer, man. It's you can't.
there's a lot of yeast. There's a lot of yeast floating around in it. When I cold crashed it in a little glass over there in the fridge earlier, there was a lot of yeast sediment. I showed the picture in the back end, and I kind of decanted it in my mouth, and it was pretty good. So yeah, I can't wait.
Good man.
Filtration, maybe.
Good stuff. Yeah. But
Don't
that
drink
and
too
I'll
much of
be,
that. It'll give you the BG.
yeah.
Oof.
Heebie-jeebie. I'll be doing another one of my wife's American vanilla oatmeal stouts in the next 2 weeks or so.
Ooh.
I'm trying to look at my grain and see what I have, but that's all I got. And then one shout, Hops and Brews. Check him out. He's from my area. He's over in Portland. He's actually from Los Angeles area where I'm from, so we kind of get along there. It's kind of cool. But that guy's cool. Check him out. Hops and
Oh,
Brews.
yeah.
Yeah. Fun videos. So
Good show.
Yeah,
Cheers.
he does his editing's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I like his.
dead on. Yeah, great stuff. Yep.
Like that guy from Vermont, I don't know the name of his channel, but I'm subscribed to him.
And also,
Happier Days.
Alex,
Happier days.
tomorrow,
Yes, I have that beer waiting for you. Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, I have
Whoa,
beer
whoa,
cheese. Now,
Maybe you want to do it after the
I
legendary
think
beer
you
man
guys
show,
should
though.
review
So
that
what
right
time-
after this.
So what time do you want to do it? Because you want to do it after beer
Yeah,
man
do
show.
it right after.
After
You damn right. Do it right after this.
Right after the beer
Bump
man.
it up.
Yeah,
Just do it
exactly.
right after this show.
What was that channel you said, Bumpy?
We're going to
Real quick. I'm sorry.
Happier Days.
Happier days. Okay.
I'm subscribed to him.
He might take you off though because he
Yeah,
does
take
some
you
stuff that's pretty ludicrous.
I as well am. Oops.
Like take a beer that a lot of people can't get and just pour it like into the glass, but just let it go all over the table and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
no!
yo, that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
No.
Yeah, so for my personal channel, I got my live stream, this show, New Brew, just bring a beer that you've never had before, join up on panel, 3-part show. As those of you that have watched kind of have seen. I'm going through a backlog of videos. I'm pretty much caught up to a lot of my newer stuff, but I still have probably a week's worth of stuff. So I'm continuing with putting out a video a day. Now I don't actually have one set up for tomorrow, so I will have to either edit one for tomorrow when I wake up, or edit one tonight before I go to bed, and then get some other ones going. That's the problem when you're trying to put out one a day. It's like all the editing you have to get through. And stuff.
I just put it out.
So yeah, so that's going on. So just look for new videos coming out. I'm going to shout out one person as well. Besides the one I kind of shout out to Beer Man for everybody to hear, but go with Imperfectly Me Crafts.
There you go.
Mallory and Chew. Great channel to watch, especially if you like to see different breweries, because they do a lot of in-house, like sit down at the brewery, kind of show you the brewery. They'll even interview some people there if they can, and they'll do many flights. They usually do like you should call them, they're not sessions, right? Sets. Maybe sets. Rounds. Maybe it's rounds. I don't know. There's something that she calls it.
Her and
One first round, second
Great,
round,
that's a
third
really good
round.
challenge.
But she has like four or so beers in each round. They're samplers, but you get to hear about it, quite a few beers from each of the breweries.
Yep.
Plus, you get to see the brewery itself. Very nice channel. I think they're starting to get a little bit of notoriety, but they still, like much like FLX, deserve a lot more viewers, subscribers than what they actually have at this moment. Even though they are fresher channels and are leaps and bounds above what some of us were at, after as many months as they've been putting in. It's like, but they do a great job, each and every one of them. So that's about it. I want to appreciate
Can I say
everybody in the.
something
Whoa.
Let's say Dan wants to say something.
before you end?
Go.
Okay, I forgot to include it. I just want to say that I enjoyed tonight, and I look forward to every Monday. When I switched my work schedules and I ended up getting Mondays off, I was really pumped because I was like, oh, I can do a stream with those guys. Because normally I would only have weekends
Hope you'll
off.
be here on Thursday nights too.
So I just want to put it out there, put the vibes out in the universe that I look forward to every Monday to being able to hang with each and every one of you gentlemen. So
Nice.
Cool. Appreciate that, Dan.
Thanks, Legendary Dan.
Feel the same.
And let it be known, Dan's not as good of a hugger as Joe is. Joe's a much better hugger than Dan.
Ah,
Unless you take your shoes off.
You would have never known.
well, you know what?
Never know.
I would
When I need-
have
when I
went in
need-
for a bigger hug, but I was afraid BuMpY's massive arms were going to destroy me and pop
When
my
I
head
when
off.
I hang out when I meet Dan, I'm gonna give him a bear hug.
Watch out, Dan.
He might give you a bear hug.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. We'll give
Actually,
each
don't
other-
watch out, Dan.
Yeah, seriously though, bear hug, buddies. Yeah.
Topics for off-air conversations. Bear hug. No, I don't know. Javis.
Is that what happened? Well, good thing I shouted him out. Great guy. Making room for us. Anyways, I appreciate the panel for you guys being here tonight. Always great to have the panel here. A lot of return folks. New people are allowed. Joe, if you ever want to join up, Poppy, since
Yes,
you're here,
Poppy.
Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy?
If you ever have
I
a
did send
fresh
Poppy the
beer,
link if you wanted to do off-air.
yeah. Just remember, you have to have a beer that you've never had.
Exactly.
Come on,
It's
Dave.
called
You can't be like, oh yeah, I picked up this 4-pack and I've had 3
On
beers.
air, but off-air you can bring it.
I haven't had the fourth one.
Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, Poppy Eats, thank you so much for popping in on my channel. I know it's because of Dan and the Bear Patrol here being around in the chat. Cheers to the Bear Patrol. Missed Sam Smalley this week. Hopefully everything's okay with him. He's probably still at work, like Miscellaneous said. JV showed up just to be disappointed by Alex.
I'm sorry.
Hey, there's always next week. And next week, JV, make sure your kids' homework is done before 8 p.m.
No.
Much appreciated. Who else do we have in the chat? We had a lot. Ozzy, he was drinking on some good stuff. Cheryl Crawford popped in, so cheers to her. That's Commerce Ozzy. I just call him Ozzy.
Yeah.
John and Nelly as well. Thank you so much, John, for popping in.
Thank
Shark
you.
Home Brewing. Appreciate his presence as well in the chat. Ronald Sutton has been making some nice remarks in the chat as well for the past couple weeks. Appreciate his contribution to the chat. Who else may have shown up? If I missed you, I'm so sorry, but I think I got everybody because we got to end this show. So we'll catch you next week, next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, start of the show. You can always check the replay as well. But if you're here and we haven't had a question pop up, feel free to throw questions out in the chat. That's part of the show. That's that third tier of the show. So appreciate you all. Alex, you want to just go ahead and bring us out?
Hell yeah! This sucks the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This sucks Beer Master signing out.
Smoking meat like a brisket. I'm making meat now. Someone asked me, do I smoke meat? It's gonna be delicious. Yeah, if I smoke meat, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.